all but Google, the Google parent, are down so far this year. The fund had a nearly 25% annualized return in 2025. Tony Wang runs the fund, joins us now. Tony, great to have you with us.
Great, thanks.
There seems to be a shakeout in how people are thinking about the AI trade. Do you think that this persists into 2026? We mentioned that some of your top holdings are underperformers. Are you worried that that underperformance will continue?
So I think that what really matters in AI is the continuation of adoption, and then specifically agentic AI. So I think that's what I'm really excited about in terms of like having the ability to have all this digital labor that can automate a lot of things. And so that will ultimately benefit a lot of these scaled companies. Some of those are a lot of that we own right now. But in terms of I think there could be new leaders, earlier stage companies that adopt technologies faster, and especially in the semi-supply chain, you're seeing different areas where they're the bottleneck and are going to capture, I think, value as AI, increases its adoption.
Hey, Tony, so NVIDIA, this has obviously been, the eye of the, whatever you want to call it, as far as the AI trade has been concerned, going back like 3.5 years now. When you think about the valuation here, trading about 24 times this calendar, actually fiscal year, expected to be 50% growth in earnings and sales, with margins expected to tick up a few percent. Why do you think the stock can't get out of its own way right here?
Yeah, well, I think that, it's been trading in a pretty tight range, but the earnings have actually grown a lot. So in terms of valuation, it is actually relatively inexpensive here. I think there's a lot of concern about can they hold the gross margins that they have? How to think about custom ASIC competition. And then also I think it's just that the market is right now rotating capital to relative earnings. Within semis, you're seeing other areas that are becoming more of the bottleneck, where you're seeing more growth. And so I think that the market is just recalibrating, but there's a point where the stock is going to get really interesting from valuation, and that's where I think you've seen times when it's taken off as a result. So I still like the company long term, and they continue to deliver excellent performance, especially in the new generation that's coming up.
Tony, it's Karen. Thanks so much for being on. Do you think 2026 will be the year where we get some more clarity on return on invested capital? Because last year there was, hope that, okay, it'll happen. And then, Meta, for example, some concern.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that return on capital won't be evenly distributed. But I think you're seeing broadly, Claude Code is pretty amazing when you look at what they can do. I mean, English is kind of the new coding language. And so I think that is going to really change how people think about work, think about building applications, productivity. And so I think it's going to uncap labor. And then even if you look at the usage of ChatGPT for everyday use, it's really raising the bar on intelligence, and it's democratizing technology in an amazing way. So to me, that's what's really exciting. And you see GDP actually upticking, and I think a lot of that is due to AI productivity.
So the declines in software they were seeing around this AI, this narrative that AI will replace Claude Code, things like that will replace a lot of what software companies do or what they sell. Is that valid? We just showed a graphic showing that your portfolio is 25% software names. How do you think about the value and where to be in software?
I think it's increasingly more important that you are the ultimate platform for agentic AI. And so I like to tilt towards companies that are the true platform versus not just a feature. Because I think if you're a feature, it's super easy for you to be disrupted by the existing platform, or by new incumbents that can build software super easily. I think the biggest change in terms of generative AI and ChatGPT and these coding agents is that it's super easy. The cost of developing software has gone down tremendously. And so I think you have to be really entrenched. You have to be in the enterprise. You have to be a trusted source. And I think those companies can still do well. But there's going to be a lot of disruption, I think, in the space as a result of LLMs.